This is Pearson Subjunctives Part 2, the big picture on forms. So I'm going to use a sort of an abbreviated synopsis. I did this a few days ago, a synopsis, just to give you the overview, which is exactly what synopsis means. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the indicative here, and I'm going to compare it side by side, literally, with the subjunctive here. All right. And you're going to see pretty quickly what the differences are. We've got present, we've got imperfect. Do we have future? No, sir, no future. Then we have the perfect and the pluperfect. No futures, though. That's important to remember. So here we go. The present indicative, we're going to use laudo. First conjugation. We're going to do it in the third person singular. So third person singular of laudo. The present active. Oh yes, active. Got to have the voice. This is going to be lau dot. Wonderfully reliable first conjugation. A. This is going to be lau da. Bot. The A of the first conjugation, BA, very reliable. The perfect, we're changing it up now. We have to have the perfect active stem, and then I, and then T. This is pretty formulaic too. Laudawa, it. And the pluperfect, lauda, werat, excuse me. So very systematic, very reliable. Now let's get to the subjunctive here, which is also actually incredibly reliable in how it's formed. Laudet. So what happened here? Well, the A changed to an E. So your rule is a vowel change. And we'll get into what those vowels are for each conjugation. For the first conjugation, it changes from A to E. Simple. Same ending, right? T, T. Now for the imperfect subjunctive, lau, da, re. Ooh, I'll bet you recognize that. And then the ending. Rule. Present, active, infinitive, plus ending. How about that? If you cut it right there, let me use a different color here, cut it right there, and you've got the present active infinitive. And that's not a mistake. That's really a structural element in the whole thing. We're going to see it again. Okay, for the perfect, watch this. Lau, dab. Hey, that's familiar. That's the same as that. That's the perfect active stem. Rerit. Rule. Perfect active stem plus E-R-I plus ending. That's the rule for the perfect active. A little different for the perfect passive because you got, like, think about the indicative. It's laudatus est. So that really switches up. Let's go to the pluperfect now. This is, again, you're going to recognize this. Laudawa is set. Ooh, think about that. Think about this. Compare it to this. All right. Let me do this again. Chop it. So you can make this rule up. So it's the perfect active stem plus ISSE plus ending. Well, you could put it that way. Or you could say perfect, active, infinitive plus ending. And so we see again, and this is really pretty interesting, the infinitive being used to make another verb. Yeah. So this happens in the imperfect and the pluperfect. Laudaret, laudavisse, t. Very strange. But I think there's something in that made sense to the Romans. So this is a basic layout of the active of the subjunctive in synopsis form. Next lesson is on the passive.